First and foremost, impacting our budget is COVID-19. The numbers of deaths have increased here in North Attleboro. You can see this has had a profound impact on our community. However, there is good news. We are beginning to flatten the curve. The number of hospitalizations has reduced to 4% with positive COVID cases. We are looking, as a part of this budget process, to stabilize the impact of COVID-19 on our budget. We are applying conservative revenue estimates and realistic expenses. We're looking to level fund our operations to as close as to the possible to the FY20 budget appropriation. We implemented an immediate spending freeze on any new procurements, and part of our objective is to secure our workforce. So the first year of our strategy and looking forward in developing the current budget is the FY21, and we called this the stabilized period. We looked and talked with each of the department directors about level funding to their FY20 levels as much as possible. We look at potentially maintaining the hiring freeze throughout FY21. So that takes us to the second year of this 3-year strategy, FY22. This is the adjust phase, where we're adjusting to the new realities, the ever-changing environment. We do plan on level funding, at least to the best possible levels that we could. We will go back and look at our organization based on the hiring freeze that was in place prior to this, and then understanding, do we really need those positions that we hadn't filled potentially in the last 12 months? And then that brings us to our third year, where we see the new normal. At this time, believe we'll see a predictable state aid. We think we will apply then growth adjusted funding to our budgets. We will benefit from the reorganization of our structure within the town government. We will be capitalizing on any new growth. We will have a 10-year CIP focus that will begin to catch up on the projects that we've left behind, which we see an increase of 3.4%, and we use Proposition 2.5 to take us up to the maximum allowable possible within the law. State aid, rounding up, it's actually 9.8%, but we're forecasting at this point a 10% reduction in state aid. So the budget that you have before you, and that's contained in all the documentation, is a 10% reduction in state aid, which equates to $2.3 million less than we received in FY20. Based on that, with the budget that we have, the recertification of the free cash at $2.6 million, we are well positioned to withstand and move through FY21. Now, if the state comes back with 20%, we could compensate and offset that reduction with the free cash that we have on hand. The red line indicates where our area of concern is. If state aid falls below 30%, we would be facing a new situation. If that were to happen, we would have to recall the budget, examine particular scenarios that include cuts, and then potentially, to avoid that or manage it to a different level, utilize our stabilization funds at that point. As you can see, the total tax levy for FY21 is $62,534,712, which is a $2 million change, or roughly 3.4%. Again, a total budget of $93 million. Of that, $63.5 million for departmental. Non-discretionary costs came to $16 million. Regional schools at $3.6 million. Our debt service payment has gone from $4.1 million to $3.5. On our cherry sheets, 4.7 the previous year. We did see a slight increase in our assessments both to the state and to the county and that's in line with the budget that the governor had submitted earlier this year. For overlay and other, there is a $1 million reduction in this as the measures to support the schools and safety and security have ceased at this point. The schools received their initial funding of $2 million over FY19 and FY20 respectively. And so you see a 50.86% reduction there. Overall, comparing FY20 to FY21, we see a net decrease of $1.02 million that equates to 1.09% from the previous year. It's just that recurring theme, COVID-19 is having an impact on our budget.
If we could, I'd love to just take a motion to refer the budget-related measures, measure 2020-064 through 077 to the Finance Subcommittee. So that's 9-0. We'll refer those measures to the subcommittee